Hello everyone, I am Neelam Sharon Marki, Assistant Professor, Department of Science from the Bhopal School of Social Science. Today in this video, we are going to learn about a very interesting topic of environmental education, that is environment, its multidisciplinary nature and scope. So what is environment? Environment refers to everything that surrounds us. It is both the natural world and the human created surrounding that affect our lives. It refers to the dependency or interconnectedness between the different components or different organisms present in the environment. Environment is the total surroundings in which organisms live, including both the living, that is also called as biotic, and non-living factors, that is called as abiotic, that are dynamic in nature and influence their life processes. Let's understand this with few of the pictures here. You can see that in our environment we have trees, we have certain animals present around us, we have certain water bodies like ponds, lakes, then we have fishes also either in the aquarium or present in the ponds. These all are our environment, or you can say these all things or these all components are the part of environment, or these things surrounds us. And next we have few buildings, we have cups, bottles, we have bikes, vehicles, chairs. These all are also the things which are present around us, and they also comes under environment. So here through these pictures or through these examples, we can say that environment is everything that surround us. It can be natural like trees, animals, ponds, water bodies, soil, land, or it can be man-made as well like buildings, water bottles, vehicles, chairs, or many things. But the word environment or the concept of environment doesn't limit to just things existing around us. It also means that how we are interacting with all these components which are present around us, or how we are using these things which are present around us. And since when we live in environment, we use different types of components of environment. We call it as interconnectedness or the dependency of ourselves over the environment or the components of environment on us. Let me give you one example. For example, plants. Plants, for their growth, they need nutrients which comes from the soil. Plants also need sunlight for their growth. They also need carbon dioxide for their growth and the repair in present all the repair things that goes on in their body. So we can say that plant is one of the component of environment, but similarly soil, carbon dioxide and sunlight is also component of environment, or you can say these are the things present in the environment. But all these four components, plant, sunlight, carbon dioxide and the nutrients which are present in soil, they all are interconnected with each other, or they all depend on each other. And not only this, we saw in our definition that environment is everything that surround us. It can be both natural or the human created surrounding, but it also affects our life. For example, you are drawing water from the lake and consuming it for the agricultural practices. But then what if few industries which are throwing out their chemicals or toxins into the river, then when you use that polluted water, it is going to affect your health. So we can say through this, or we can understand through this example, that if any of the factors or any of the components of environment faces any changes, then it directly impacts our lives as well. So we can say environment is everything that surrounds us. It can be both abiotic and biotic, as well as these things affect our living conditions or shape our health as well. Yes, since we saw that environment is such an important thing. Its all components are important for our life, and it indirectly or directly affect our life. That is why it is very much important for us to understand the different components of environment, what changes are taking place in the environment which are going to affect our life. And all these things about the environment we usually study either as environmental studies or as environmental education. Now moving on to a very interesting topic, that is multidisciplinary nature of environment. Environmental education or environmental studies is multidisciplinary in nature. What does this word multidisciplinary means? It means, or it refers to the fact that it encompasses more than one branch of study or discipline, or simply you can say that environmental education or environmental studies is that discipline which is connected with lot of other disciplines or lot of other subjects as well. To understand this nature of environmental education or environmental studies, we will see one picture over here. You can see that environmental science is connected with economics, it is connected with demography, it is connected with ecology, it is connected with biology, it is also connected with chemistry, physics, geology, geography, political science, philosophy, ethics, and many more other disciplines or other subjects as well. Let's understand this nature of environment with the help of an example. We all know about the Yamuna river, right? It is one of the most polluted river in India. Let's say that one of the school which is present in Delhi, they want to make their students aware about how this polluted river is affecting life of every people which are living in Delhi or the people who lives near the Yamuna river, either in the city of Agra, Mathura, Noida. So to make those students environmentally aware, the school decided to teach them about this river or the pollution in this river through various disciplines. So to study about the Yamuna river from the discipline of chemistry or with the help of chemistry, the school would help the students to check the quality of water using the pH scale. They will also help the student to test the water whether it is turbid, whether any presence of harmful chemical is there or not in Yamuna river, and all these students will be able to know about the water quality of Yamuna river under the subject chemistry. Next, with the help of economics, the school will teach students that how pollution affects the livelihoods of fishermen or tourists. With the help of biology, the school will teach the student how the Yamuna river pollution is affecting fishes, plants and water, as well as other organisms present in the river. With the help of geography, the school will be teaching the student about how we can map the river's route, or how to understand the land use and the areas of major pollution near Yamuna river. With the help of civics or political science, the school will make the students aware about the governmental policies, whether the government is taking any river cleaning programs or action, what are the citizen rights related to this. That all they will be learning through civics or political science. With the help of sociology, the students will be understanding how different communities use the river and are affected by pollution. With the help of history, students will be able to know that how the river was used in ancient times and how it has changed over the years. And with the help of art and media, students will be able to make posters, videos, and they can also organize some campaigns to spread awareness and influence the people's behavior towards the Yamuna river. So this example tells us that how to teach about the pollution which is going on in Yamuna river is not only, yes, it definitely comes under the environmental education subject, but then other subjects are also helping us understand one environmental issue. So this is what we call as multidisciplinary nature of the environmental education or environmental studies. Now moving on to the scope of environmental education. The scope of environment means that how broad and important the study of environment is, or you can also say that the scope of environment tells us what all are the topics included in environmental education, what we are going to learn about the environment and why it's important for life, development and future. It's like saying what do we study in environment and why does it matter. So there are lot of scope and the research are still going on that what else can be the possible scope of environmental education, but here I have mentioned few of the scopes of environmental education. Let's get through it. The very first one is understanding nature. Yes, when we get into environmental education, the very first scope or the very first thing we learn is about understanding the nature. If we don't understand nature, we will not be able to protect it. Second is human environment and interaction. This tells us about, or you can say the environmental education teach us about how we humans are interacting with the environment, how much we are using our natural resources, how is our usage of the natural resources is having any negative impact over the environment. So all this will come under human and environment interaction under environmental education. Next is environmental problems. What are the issues in the environment going on, like deforestation, global warming, water pollution, all these environmental issues we will learn under the subject called as environmental education or environmental studies. Because until and unless we know about the problem, we won't be able to take out the solution for it. Next is solution and conservation. Once we address the issue, once we come to know about what is the problem going on with our environment, we will then be able to bring out the solution and then we will be ultimately able to conserve the environment, either by doing recycling, saving water or using some renewable energy resources like using solar energy, etc. Next is environmental laws and policies. Environmental education not only help us to understand environment or not only help us to understand the environmental issues, but it also help us to understand the rules that are made to protect the nature and what is our role in following and supporting them. Next is sustainable development. Under this topic, or you can say sustainable development teaches us how to grow and develop without destroying the nature. We know that we humans are using the nature for our different purposes, but then that is also causing the destruction of environment. So environmental education not only help us understand the environment, not only help us to address the environmental issues, but it also help us to bring forth new ideas or bring forth the ways or think of the ways through which we can move towards the development as well as protect our nature. And the last is public awareness and education. With the help of environmental education and environmental studies, we will be able to make public aware about what are the issues going on, how we can conserve our nature, because if more people will know, more people will care about their environment, about their nature. Awareness leads to action like tree planting, waste segregation, or using cloth bags, planting more trees, like these methods. So public awareness and education is also a very important scope which comes under the environmental education. Lastly, I would like to conclude that yes, Through this video, I hope you might have understood about the importance of environmental education, what is its nature, and why it is important for us to learn, or you can say to study environmental education, because we might not know that we have to face a day such like this shown in the picture. Thank you. That's it for today's video.